Do I have any regret buying the iPad Air after 1 month? Let's find out. Okay, the model that I have is 64 gig. Okay, the reason why I bought the 64 gig was it's cheaper. Full stop. Okay, that's it. They have two type of model. The iPad Air here, 2020. The 64 gig, the base model, or the 256 gig. Since I know that I can edit video out of external hard drive, that's the reason why I bought the 64 gig. This didn't arrive till 2-3 weeks later, so I've only been playing with this for one week, and it makes all the difference. Yeah, so 2 to 3 weeks it came later. The iPad came in first. It arrived at my house first. The accessory came later. So it's a bit annoying, but you live with it, right? So that's why I bought the 64 gig, because I knew that I can edit my videos and photos, mainly video, okay? Mainly video out of my external SSD. The 500 gig here that I have, plenty of room for me to play around with. Instead of paying the Apple tax of the memory is Apple tax, okay? Compared to the computer, that's what you pay for, the Apple tax. Yeah, the real estate is just right. This is my LumaFusion here. It's just the right real estate for me out of 30 centimeter of eye to screen. Okay, so I'm roughly that away when I do all my editing of my video here. So it's big enough to see, like that. It's big enough. Okay, so around that distance here, it's big enough for me to play around with in LumaFusion, and there's no strain on my eyes because it's big enough. I don't have to go like that all the way close like that. Right? It's not like that. So the real estate, and since now LumaFusion has this button here, I can move the screen around. So that is such a helpful. So it makes a 11-inch monitor screen more like the actual this kind of size. That's the maximum size it can go. I think it's good enough for me for what I do, but usually I resize it up and down with this button here. So it's with LumaFusion, that button there, which is a new update, make a huge difference. The iPad mini is out just last week, and I just bought the iPad Air 4. Do I regret buying this? Because right now the iPad mini is cheaper and it has the latest Bionic i15 Bionic chips in there. But for me, the one reason why I bought this Air is it's cheap. The screen display is right enough for me, not like the 13-inch. So I can hold like that, or hold like that. It's not too cumbersome that I can't bring it along all the time with me. And I'm really into light travel. Bigger size than this, okay, then it will become a burden on my backpack. Okay, so that's the reason why and the iPad mini is really potentially it could be my go-to. But right now I haven't played with it yet. So when the Apple store open up, where I live, I go in and have a look if it's the right size for me, because you can't see much with the screen only, right? You gotta go in there, play around with it. It's the right screen for you because it's lighter, it's cheaper, right? But it's just the right kind of iPad for me, for what I do. As I said before, external SSD make all the difference. Hands down, the reason why I bought the iPad Air was because of I can external SSD and I don't have to pay Apple tax. Full stop. You can store so much out of this drive. It's amazing. Nowadays, getting cheaper. Okay, before it's just unaffordable. This kind of drive, but nowadays, perfect. Now the iPad Pro. Should I upgrade from the Air here to the Pro model? My answer is no. This does everything that I need This does everything that I need. Video wise, it can edit 4K video from our LumaFusion. The video that you're seeing right now is from the Panasonic GH4 that's filming me right now, and the quality of that camera is 4K. I can edit 4K out of the external SSD. That's all I need to do my editing, and anything else graphic wise it can handle everything. Okay, so I don't need to go to the M1 MacBook Pro. This will do me just fine. Now there's other apps in the iOS ecosystem that I haven't played with. The one that I really like right now and I haven't used it yet, but the Procreate. Okay, so it can edit photo as well as just casual paint as well. So instead of me paying like extortion amount of money for the Lightroom and Photoshop package, the photography package, I might as well just jump into one-off payment of Procreate under $15, and that's it. I'm good to go. So, and I think it can do 80% of what Photoshop and Lightroom can do. 80%. So I haven't played with it yet, but that's the next app that I really like to play with. So, but with the iOS Apple system, there's so many apps available that you can play with. So that's the good thing about it, converting to an Apple user, because you can play around with a lot of apps. That's right, a lot of apps to play with. As you can see from my statement, I love my iPad. I love my iPad. Okay, the Air here is perfect. I use it extensively for the past month. Nearly every day, at least 6 hours on this iPad. From casual YouTube viewing to photo editing to video editing, which I'm more into these days, or casual web browsing. It never failed me. Sure, the battery life is not great, but I'm always plugged in anyway, right? Probably 5 hours max if you use it like casually. But if you edit a lot of videos out of external hard drive, then it might drain the battery a little bit. But when I knew that I'm gonna do a lot of video editing, I will plug in. So, but it's USB-C anyway, right? So any USB-C, any USB power bank can charge the iPad here. Even though it's not charged as well as it could be, but it can charge your iPad here if you need power. That's right. So make the USB here makes this iPad Air here totally worth it. Okay? That's the reason why I bought this Air over the Pro, because this port here, there's so many usage for it. There's so many usage for on the USB-C. Now I will use this until it breaks. Okay, so for only 1 month, I haven't put any screen or anything in there, but I do have this. Okay, it's custom made. Okay, don't go out and go to Apple Store and buy this. Okay, so this is for me to wipe the screen if I need this, like, because I'm using a lot of marks. And also this one I created, so it become a pouch for my iPad if I need to move it around. And every time, and this thing here, I just tie it up. You know where I got this from? The mask. That's right, the mask. I just use the that's kind of mask that we all used to. Now become useful again, with that. And every time I tie it up like that, done. And I need to put it into my bag to carry around. Every time I open it out, and clean at the same time. Now no more marking. brand new iPad with fingerprints free. That's right. How much it cost me? $1 plus half an hour of setting up all this stuff. Yeah, so this is the one I use. So they come double screen and a protector. Yeah, just a bonus there for you. Yeah, my name is Travis Chow. I'm a TimelapseNuts, but I love my new iPad. And the reason why I bought it because I love to travel light as well. And this iPad here has the power to keep me on the road with LumaFusion to edit videos on the go fast. I highly recommend it. You should get it too. Now, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do this kind of videos, video editing and tech review. Mainly the camera that I use, okay? The tech that I use, not like someone sent it to me, okay? I'm just like you guys, don't have a ton of money. So whatever I use is my own personal experience. So you get it from my personal experience point of view, not like some reviewer point of view, okay? In other words, they are salesmen or saleswoman. Never use it long enough to know how it can be benefit to the end user, okay? Like what you hear, consider subscribing to my channel. Check out my playlist, and there's a lot of stuff there for you to enjoy, okay? I'll see you next time.